What's up, YouTube? This Starwolf. First and foremost, how y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday morning / afternoon? Hopefully your day going great. If you ain't started it yet, hopefully you have a great day when you do. And forgive me for the background noise, but I'm outside enjoying this sunny weather, beautiful weather. You know, the sun is energy. So look, check it out. I wanted to speak with y'all on a certain issue. The reason I made the post about not making any more videos was because YouTube been taking my videos down, and they do that to certain people. You know, certain YouTubers, they do that. So it's not uncommon. It's not the first time it's didn't happen. You know, I'm not the first person. They just do that when you have good content and you really informing. You know, you bringing informative info. You know, you're enlightening people. You have informative videos. They want to take them down. So they say they don't abide by the YouTube guidelines or whatever. You know, that's what I meant by they. I didn't mean by, I know people was talking about who is they, who is this, who is that. You know, YouTube is the they. They're the they. They don't like people when you make informative videos. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing this content. But it's a few things I wanted to speak on. One of the things I wanted to speak on is how the hood is in a state of emergency. All the hoods across America. You know, I be watching. I view other people's YouTube channels, and I be seeing a lot of times people will be speaking, but they don't really be saying nothing. You could open your mouth and speak all day, but if it lacks substance, what's the point? It's a waste of time and energy on your part and the people that's listening. And I feel people owe you owe the people that's listening. You know, you owe them that respect to be able to share valuable information with them and knowledgeable information instead of nonsense and foolishness all the time. You know, it's a waste of time and energy. I say the hood is in a state of emergency for the simple reason us as adults are not speaking to the youth as we should. We're not speaking effectively. We're not reaching them like we should. Now, don't take what I'm saying in the wrong context or whatever, because there are people that's making a difference. In fact, there's many people who making a difference in this world, especially in the black communities. You know, there's no more leaders, and we don't need leaders. Because everybody, you can lead yourself. You don't need someone to grab you by the hand, some jackleg preacher, somebody that's trying to con you. You don't need no leader. Just lead yourself. You know right from wrong. You know, each one teach one. The youth out here is misguided though. And one of the reasons they misguided is because of the the gangs. Gangs is, you know, they misguided on many levels. You know, we can go on and on for months about what they misguided from, but one of the reasons is gangs, because gangs is being heavily promoted. They being promoted on all levels. You would think that gangs and gang violence is dying down. See, the media controls what you see and what you read. So when you see shit on the media and they talking about gang violence is at an all-time low, but here it is, in reality, in actuality, people are dying every day due to gang violence. You have to take a step back and really reevaluate the situation. Like, what's going on, because they said in the media, they said in the news that gang violence is at an all-time low. Ain't nothing going on. So a person that's brainwashed wouldn't know any better. You would think that nothing's going on when actually people are dying, and it's the youth that's dying. When the youth die, your race cannot go on any longer. Anyone that's living will live until they die, but the youth will die young and your race will die out. That's the whole plan. And then you have the older adults, you have OGs that should be teaching these youngsters instead of showing them, instead of preaching and teaching to them about death. Because that's all that's going on, That's all that's going on. When you throw up a gang sign, when you wear any type of gang clothing, any type of gang paraphernalia, anytime you do anything that's associated with a gang, there's someone looking at you. There's someone actually looking up to you. So you cannot, on one hand, preach and teach about doing right, and then on the other hand, you still involved with the gangs. And I don't mean being involved like on a level where you actually trying to help. I mean being involved where you speaking and you talking about how you're uplifting your community, and then at the end of the conversation you throw your gang name out there, the name of your hood. That's fake. That's fake as hell. And then another thing is this. We have to be held accountable for our actions. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what your reputation is, what level you may feel you're on. It means nothing if you're not doing the righteous. It means nothing. You had these young boys out here believing and thinking that they are really, really killers. And some of them are. They'll kill you. And after they kill you, they'll go talk about it, end up in prison. They'll tell on everybody afterwards. End up in prison. They sad, crying, wishing they didn't do what they did. But the damage is done. It's too late. It's too late. We have to reach them. We have to reach them before that actually happens. And I understand that many of us didn't grow up like the next person grew up, even though you may have grew up in the same neighborhood. You may have grew up in the same neighborhood with somebody that's doing worse than you. And I don't mean on a level of where this person is not mature or something like that. I'm talking about financially. You may have grew up with your mother and your father in a home where you actually had a bed to lay in. You actually have food in your refrigerator. Your people's provided for you. Opposed to your homeboy or homegirl who had to sleep on the floor every night and had to go steal some food and wondering if their mother was going to come home that night because she was out high, or she was out on the streets, on the blade, on the track, trying to get some money or trying to get some dope to feed her habit. So we all, we have to be able to reach these youngsters, We have to be able to teach them. And it's a lot of us that's talking about we teaching them, but we not. Anybody that has an organization, non-profit organization or business or anything that's helping kids, I salute them, because that shit not easy, especially for black people. Because when you start a non-profit, they knocking you down on all levels. They don't want that to happen at all, and they want to control that. And to a certain extent, they do control it. They don't want to give you the funds you need to do whatever. But don't let none of that stop you. But I'm just telling you how it go. They make it so hard, and they want to discourage us from helping each other. But I salute anybody that's helping any of our people, wherever you at. It don't matter who you are, I salute you. Because I know that shit is not easy. In fact, if you think it is, go out and speak to a youngster right now. Wherever you at, just go. One that's at risk, one that's in a gang, one that you know selling drugs. Go speak to him right now. Sit him down and see how hard it is. Then come and attempt to start your nonprofit organization. I don't want anybody to be talking about it's easy. All you have to do is do this, and you have to get the bylaws. And then I'm not talking about all that. Black people always appear and seem like we have solutions to the problems, but here it is in 2020, we still going through the same shit as we went through 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So I don't want to hear nobody in the comments talking about how easy something is, especially when you're not a part of the motherfucking solution and you're not helping. Because this shit is not easy at all. You can believe that, but it's not. And the gang members, you have the gang members, man, that's just, the culture. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of hearing about that. I'm sick and tired of hearing about how this is the gang culture. This how we grew up. This and that and that. Come on now. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hearing about how hard this person is and that person is. 50 people, 50 gang members hanging out, kicking it, chilling. An enemy, which they call an enemy, is another black man, which he is not your enemy, that's your brother. He walked down the street, he get the shit whooped out of him or killed. One policeman drive up, out of that 50, 47 people run. What type of culture is that? What type of hard ass culture is that'll kill your own brother, but you will run when the police come? How hard can you be? See, we have to eliminate that. That's not hard to me. That's coward shit. And it's a lot of young brothers that they're really not cowards. They just brainwashed and they don't know no better. So we have to teach them. And I'm not promoting violence. I'm not saying go out and do something to the police. But I'm damn sure saying you shouldn't do nothing to your brother or your sister and act like they the enemy when you know exactly who the real enemy is. The real enemy is the person who will come inside your home whenever they want to, take you to jail, violate you because they done searched everything. That's an enemy to me. That's an enemy. So, I'm sick and tired of hearing about that. Here it is, you got youngsters, and this is another problem. This is another problem I have too. I was speaking with somebody, and I was speaking to him yesterday, and I had to bring him to this realization right here. And I'm gonna use 3 gangs right now. I'm gonna use 3 gangs right now that I know of for a fact. And the reason I'm gonna use them as examples is because I know people from all over. I know people from these gangs. So I know them. So that's why I'm gonna use them. And one of the gangs I know people, I just know so many because I deal with them. Anyway, I'm talking about the 60s. I'm talking about A-Trade Gangster, and I'm talking about Hoover. So look, and I deal with a lot of Hoovers. But look, the A-Trays in the 60s been beefing since what? The late 70s? Hoover been beefing with the whole old car. But look, check this out. The point I'm making here is this. You have youngsters that's in their teens, and you have young black men and women that's in their 20s that's still beefing with each other. Hoover's beefing with the old car. They beefing with the Hoovers. They beefing with A-Tray. The Trays beefing with the 60s or whatever. You know, the war ain't like it used to be. But the point is this. How in the hell can you sit up, put your life on the line, your freedom on the line, every day, you beefing about something you don't even know what you beefing about? In fact, those beefs been squashed with those people. You got men in their 50s, 60s. They could chill with each other. They chilling. They not beefing no more. But then you had the young ones that's in their 20s, in their teens, young black men, killing each other over something that happened so many years ago. Now look, this is what I had to break down. If you could put your life on the line, for that, for something that happened, you only 20 years old. I'm going to just say you 20 years old. You out here gangbanging. You could put your life on the line every motherfucking day for something that happened before you was even born, something that happened in the 70s, then you should be able to put your life on the line for the black people who struggled in the war back in the 50s and the 60s, in the civil rights era. Because the shit that went on with our people back then, getting lynched, getting raped, robbed, killed for no reason, that shit's still going on. That war is going on too. So I feel if you can put your life on the line for something like, something that happened in the gang world, you definitely should be able to put your life on the line for your own people and something that's righteous. That's what I'm talking about. Which war are you gonna choose to fight? The gang war or the war for your peoples? Because both of them still going on. And guess what? We could eliminate the gang wars. But the ones with our peoples, this going on with our babies, mamas and daddies, grandmas and grandpas, sisters and brothers, uncles and aunts, friends, nieces and nephews, kids, all of us. That's what I'm talking about. You 20 years old, 25 years old, you wasn't even born back in 1979 or 78. You don't even know some of them people. You probably didn't heard of them. Through what, Kev Max videos? Oh, your uncle know this person or that person, but you don't know them. They kicking it every day. They don't even beef. But here it is, you fighting a war, and it's the wrong war. If you listening to this, believe me, I'm spitting facts right now. This is truth. This ain't no opinion. This is facts. This is one of the reasons YouTube be wanting to shut me down. This is one of the reasons a lot of people don't like me and they be wanting to shut me down. Because I'm speaking facts. Yeah. You wasn't born when the civil rights era was going on, and you wasn't born when the gang beefs popped off in the 70s. So which war you gonna choose? The one to help your people or the one to destroy and destruct your people? See, if you part of the gang culture, you could definitely be part of the culture that helps your people, that advances your people. If not, you're just part of the problem. And we have to get rid of problems. Believe that. But anyway, I just want to bring this to y'all. Like I said, the hood is in a state of emergency. We need the help on all levels, all of us. I'm guilty of a lot of shit too. I'm guilty of gang banging. I did so, I did mines. I did a lot of shit that I'm not happy about. Did a lot of shit that I'm not proud of. One of the things I did in my life, when I was gang banging, I used to rob people. I was a jacker. I'm not proud of none of that. Yeah. I hurt a lot of people in our race too. And I don't make these videos out of guilt to be like, oh, I feel guilty and bad inside. I do this because it's the right thing to do. And like I said, I salute anybody. I salute anybody that's out there, especially if you out there actually on the pavement, you hitting the streets, you actually interacting with our youth, whatever level it's on, and you changing lives. I salute you. It's hard, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard as a motherfucker to get these young dudes to listen to you. You really have to be somebody they trust and look up to. Because if not, they not gonna listen to you. I don't care if you spitting facts to them. I don't care if you trying to say they life. They'll look at you and be like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit, OG. I don't want to hear that shit, homie. I don't care about that. Then when you walk off or whatever, they gonna talk to their homeboys, they peers. Like he wasn't talking about shit. Fuck him. He ain't out here with us every day. We out here on the streets doing what we do. He ain't out here. Matter of fact, I don't even really know him like that. Some of them might be like, I don't even like him. Shit, let's get him. This how this how they be thinking though. That's why I say, you have to learn how to speak effectively. Learn how to get through to them. You have to learn how to speak intelligently and convey them type of thoughts to where it's super effective, to where it really matters and gets to that youngster where you can save, if you could just save one life, you did a lot. And I salute the people who didn't save lives, multiple, with an S at the end, multiple lives, because like I said, it ain't easy, especially if you out on the streets actually interacting, putting your life on the line, trying to do whatever it is to stop wars, to stop somebody that's on drugs, to feed the homeless, to feed people that don't have anything. Have you ever, do you know, I'm speaking to anybody that's listening, do you know anybody that you grew up with or that you seen grow up that's homeless, on drugs, strung out, don't have anything? That shit plays a part on the mental, on yours and theirs. And it's little kids that's growing up like that right now, that's involved in gangs, and they need help. Not just LA, not just Chicago, not New York. This ain't no big city problem. This shit all over. We gotta stop glorifying. We have to stop glorifying bullshit. We have to put ourselves in positions to be able to eliminate bullshit. Straight up. Like I said, the hood is in a state of emergency. And it don't matter what hood it is. I've been all over. I done seen some of the most ghettoest hoods it is. Have you ever been to New Jersey? You ever seen them hoods out there? You ever seen how toe up the streets are? You ever seen these toe up buildings? All that type of shit? Huh? You been to Cleveland? You been to some of these hoods? That shit plays on the mental. You going to school every day and you don't see nothing but junkies. Motherfuckers strung out with needles in their arms, laying in their own vomit, shitted on themselves or pissed on themselves, and they don't even care about nothing but, getting high. I'm not downing them or nothing like this. I'm speaking in the aspect of children going to school every day, and this is what they see. Don't you know whatever you put in your mind stays in there? When you go to sleep, that's your mind still going. That shit turns. This shit becomes dreams, and your dreams become your realities. Those are your thoughts. Don't you know, if you're a little child growing up, here it is, you're a teenager now, you coming in to adulthood, young adult, and all you've been seeing all your life is destruction. You have to be so strong to overcome that. That's why the ones that have overcame that and the ones that haven't even experienced that and the ones that's on a level to help, then we need to assist. We need to assist. But like I said, this shit is not easy. We need everybody to help on every level. But I'm gonna still say what I say about gangs. And I used to gang bang. I used to be a part of it. That's why I talk so much shit about it. That's why I feel I could talk so much shit about it. Because I did what I done when I was doing it. And I'm gonna still say what I say. That shit garbage. That shit boo-boo. That shit straight boo-boo. That shit is destruction and death. It has no positivity attached to it unless you're a gang member that's actually helping people. And I'm talking about as a gang member because it's gonna be hard as fuck for you to actually be an active gang member and help people. Because if you active, you're gonna be out there doing destructive shit, killing people. Therefore, what you're doing will be the opposite of what I'm speaking on now. This shit's trash. The time is now. It's the time has come. Don't matter what type of platform you have, what you do in life, as long as you help somebody. And make it be real help. Not no bullshit help for the camera. A lot of people want to help on camera. Don't you know? Don't you know that the evolution is not televised? Don't you know that you don't have to help people on camera? Don't you know that a lot of times that shit is fake? Motherfuckers want to be seen. They want to be heard. Learn how to help without trying to gain some type of recognition for it. Learn how to help without looking for the blessing. Oh, I'm gonna get a blessing because I did this. Just do it anyway. You're gonna receive, look, check it out. You're gonna receive a blessing every damn day, regardless if you help somebody or not. There's lessons and blessings. Your blessing, yeah. All blessings is not positive. They turn out to be positive in the end result, But believe me, whatever you do, whatever you put out, it's gonna come to you. So, you know, you don't even have to trip about looking for that type of shit. Just do what you can and don't try to do what the next person do. Just help. Help one of these childs. Wherever you at. Wherever you at. Your ass could be in Memphis right now. You could be in Dallas. You could be in Minnesota. Wherever. Just help somebody. Help our peoples. Help our people so we can do better. Show them how to get through college so they can get an education. Graduate high school. Some of us don't even have high school. We don't have. What I'm trying to say is we don't even have middle school education, let alone high school and college. Some of us didn't make it that far. We dropped out. We just started doing our own thing. Not to say that the people that didn't finish high school or middle school or college, didn't attend college, is not intelligent, because there's a lot of intelligent brothers and sisters that didn't get that education, but they educated in other areas. But it's important to get that education though. But we all can still help though, even the ones that didn't graduate. You can still help. That don't mean you dumb or stupid or a fool. You got sense, you can help. Shit, I ain't gonna even lie. In my eyes, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that didn't finish high school that is actually helping and intelligent. Yeah, real talk, real language. Real language. Look here, check it out. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all need to subscribe to this type of knowledge. Yeah, hit that like button and that notification bell too. Hell yeah. And make sure you share. These are the type of videos you need to share. These are the type of videos you need to share. All that rap shit, a lot of that shit is trash. They not talking about nothing. Don't you know music? Don't you know why you think music, people say music is for the soul? You have to be able to understand what somebody is saying when they trying to convey certain statements and messages. Yeah, music is for the soul, because music vibrates at certain frequencies, especially when it's good music, because it makes you feel good. And when it makes you feel good, you start to do good. And you want to hear it all the time and make you dance and make you just happy. You ever seen the little babies hear certain music and they get to dancing and they smile, they happy. They don't even have to hear the words or know the words. You turn the music off, they cry, because your cells react to the frequency, to the certain vibrations. That's why I say I don't want to get off into that. I'm knowledgeable in many areas. Yeah, if you don't like me, run into me one day and just chop it up with me. You'll learn to love me. And if you still don't like me or love me, hey, that's on you. All I can say is don't try to disrespect me or harm me, so I'm gonna go to war with you. But I don't want to go to war with you. But like I said, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get my videos when they drop. That's the only way you're gonna get them. And make sure you share my videos. Peace.